Hi, it's a beautiful day. Got two nice figs, but Eskom is forcing me into a test that I was going to do later, but I'm going to have to do it now. So right now it's 12 o'clock and it's about 34 degrees and climbing fast. And with the extended periods of down power at the moment, we are going to have problems with the refrigerators and the freezers running. So I thought I wanted to show you a new toy that I'm hoping will make it not necessary for me to start a noisy generator. So I've got the Delta 2 running, the Ecoflow Delta 2 running. It's got about 2 hours to go, but I think we have more load shedding than that to go. So it's currently running the refrigerators and the microwave not working. So it's running the essentials, but it's not going to be able to sustain all of that. I want to show this. This I bought for myself. It's not a sponsored product. I like the Ecoflow stuff so much that I went and bought this for myself. So this is a 220 watt power supply. What are we currently using? We're currently using 430 watts. So it's not going to be able to charge up the device, but it's going to be able to keep us running much longer. We should be able to make 4 hours on that then. So let's set it up. Right, so this is the first time I'm setting it up. So bear with me while I figure it out. The advantage that gives you is you can avoid the mistakes I make. I think that cover is part of it. According to the brochure, you use the cover of the bag that the solar panels come in as a stand. So face this side towards the sun. What's important here is this. There's a 220 watt panel, but it's got very high efficiency because it's a dual-sided. It gets the sun from both sides. We're going to test that out at the later stage, but right now I just need to keep the home running. So this is quite hard. It's not like flexible panels. It's like quite hard. We'll see. We'll see in a moment. Instructions say you use this kind of like a stand. I'm not really liking the idea of it. It's probably handy when you're out in a campsite and you don't have extra stuff with you. Let's angle it into the sun. This is very fiddly. I've replaced the carabiners that they put here with a piece of rope simply because I didn't like the way they packaged the carabiners packaged up. It was pressing against the panel, but I kind of understand now why there was a carabiner. Let's see. Okay. So I gather that's how it's supposed to work, something like that. So you use the bag it comes in as a stand, but because I'm at home and I can have any kind of stuff around, I'm just gonna put it up against something like a tire or something. Oh well, let's just see. Let's just get it started and connected. So this is the panel, this is the Ecoflow panel itself. So I'm going to trust here that the male-female connections as they've set it up is the correct polarity. You can actually use, on the Ecoflow, you can actually use any kind of solar panels. Just check the voltage and amperage limits and the polarity. I went with the Ecoflow just because I wanted peace of mind regarding warranties and efficiency. It seems like their efficiency is pretty good. Alright, so you've got a male and a female type connector going like that. Now there is a sequence. First plug it in, then switch on, first switch it on, then plug in. I can't remember, so I'm just going to plug it in. It's already running, I don't want to switch it off. Right, so I realize I'm in the shade here. You might not be able to see me quite well, but the screen's going to be on there, so you'll see what's happening with regards to the power. And this goes into the charging port. This is it. Solar charging port. And it's making power. So it's extending the time remaining. It's calculating how much time remaining. I have to say, I think my 4-hour estimate was quite close. 355. So it's inputting 192 watts just laying like that. And that's, as far as I understand it, that's not the ideal position for it. 192 watts. I want to see if we can get it into a better position. It's actually worse. It looks better, but apparently it's actually a bit worse. The sun is coming from almost directly above, so maybe it should be almost... Let's flatten it out and see what that does. What does that do? You can see it, I can't. That takes it up to 190 watt. So that will keep the house running for the 4 hours that we need it to be running without the help of Eskom. I'll think about it a bit. I might improve it a little bit more, but for right now I need to get to work. It's a Saturday, but it's the harvest season, so there's no time off. In these high temperatures, plants use a lot of water very quickly. We still have some water in the dam, but we're starting to use water at the top. So I might soon have to come and start some of these generators. And once you start one, you have to start all of them because they all work in sequence. Let's go look at what the other dam looks like.
At this stage I really had to get to work. I'm not ready yet for the liabilities and rigmarole that comes with showing people at work, but this should give you an idea of what my Saturday and Sunday will look like. During the grape harvest we pack and load about 9 to 10 container loads, 21 pallets to each container every day. And while this job is usually done with a forklift, when I do it myself I quite enjoy doing it by hand.
Alright, so Eskom has blessed us with a total of 8 hours without power during the heat of today. I'll show you the temperature now. But on the screen there showing with the sun just above the horizon, about a finger above the horizon. So in other words, about another 15 minutes. And a little bit of shade on it. I'm still getting 102 watts of power. And I've got 3 hours to go. So I'll just make it to, what is it, to the 10 o'clock mark. What that means is together with the Ecoflow Delta 2 and these solar panels, I've managed to keep my refrigerators going in on this hot summer day. On second thoughts, I'm not going to manage to get the 3 hours out of it because the sun is about to set below the mountains. So it's calculating what it's getting plus what it has to calculate the 3.5 hours. But from past experience, I know I'll get at least 2.5 hours, and that means maybe the refrigerators will have to go for about an hour for today without power. But compared to 8 hours, that's still much better. Right, so anyways, I think that was worthwhile. It's quite expensive, and the idea is to eventually get a permanent fixed panel that's a lot less expensive to go on the roof and to have this for traveling and camping with. And the fixed one on the roof will be less than half the price of this, and it will be 500 watts instead of 200 watts, so it will actually carry the house much easier, the essentials in the house much easier. But that's for the next time. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.